Hi, I'm Steve Richardson, and welcome to my latest video. If you hold meetings with your staff on a fairly regular basis to go over issues in the practice, discuss some ideas, or just to manage your caseload, well, you may have run into some problems with those meetings from just a lack of focus or no clear plan for the meeting's purpose. Or you could end up just in endless discussions that beat the topics to death without any kind of clear solution to the problem or ideas on how to go forward. If that's the case and you're running into some serious problems with your meetings, then I have some great assistance for you. I have 7 tips here for holding more effective meetings. The first thing is be clear on why you're having the meeting and what your intended outcome is. Don't just hold a meeting to have a meeting. Have one for a specific purpose and be clear in your mind as to exactly what that purpose is. What are you going to discuss? And when that meeting is over, what do you want the outcome to be? So begin with the end in mind. What are you trying to accomplish and what kind of outcome do you want? And after you have clarity of that, write up a specific agenda. Have an agenda for the meeting and circulate it in advance to everybody that's going to be attending the meeting so they know before the meeting even starts what you're going to be talking about, what the problems are, what new things you're looking at, so that they can come to the meeting prepared with some ideas, things to talk about. They know what's going to happen. So have an agenda. Third, decide in advance how much time you want to spend on each agenda item. Now, this is important. If you're scheduling an hour for this meeting, then depending upon how much time you think it'll take to go over each agenda item, assign an amount of time to it and put that on the agenda. We're going to spend 10 minutes on this, 5 minutes on that, and you know with clarity how much time is on each. And also, your staff's busy, or they should be busy. They have other things to do besides attending a meeting. So you're going to have a meeting, respect their time, start it on time, and end it on time. If it's scheduled for 10 o'clock and supposed to last an hour, start at 10 and then end at 11. And the next tip is relative to that prior point, avoid rabbit holes. Okay. If you get to the end of your time, you've discussed it, you see yourself just ad infinitum going back and forth on the topic over and over again, defer discussions for after the meeting. Say, look, all right, we'll just give this some thought. We'll discuss it later, but we need to move on to the next agenda item. But if you're going to do that, make sure you have a system in place to follow up. Make a note to yourself that this was deferred to after the meeting, and then follow up on it at some future time. And then also, you should encourage ideas from your meeting members. This isn't a meeting where you do all the talking. That's one reason why you want to circulate the agenda in advance. Give people an opportunity to be prepared. Invite their input in advance of the meeting. You're coming to this meeting. I want to hear from you on these topics that are on the agenda. So encourage ideas from your team members. And finally, take notes and have a backup note taker. Have someone say there, and it's really better to write them out by hand. There's a lot of neuroscience that says that handwritten notes are better than notes you type into a laptop. So take notes yourself and have a backup note taker. Then, some point after the meeting, stitch those notes together. You may have caught something, or an important point, that the other one didn't, and vice versa. So you get coverage and stitch those together so you have good notes on that meeting. Then circulate the notes to everybody that was at the meeting. This is what we discussed. This is what we decided to do at the end of the meeting, what action items we have, what the outcome was. Like I said, be sure of what outcome you want for the meeting and make sure you communicate that to everybody in the notes and minutes that you circulate after the meeting so that people know what their jobs are, what they're supposed to do going forward. So I think if you implement these 7 steps, these 7 tips on your meetings, you'll have far more productive meetings and get more done in the assigned period of time and be more efficient. So if you like this video, please be sure to click the like button. If you've enjoyed the content I've been presenting on this channel, be sure to subscribe and click the bell icon to get notifications of new videos. I usually release one at least once a week. So that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.